guys, I'm Sarah. This is my second actual challenge group. I was going to write all this out, but then I realized to go through all my goals and all the things that Cameo asked us to do for this group to introduce ourselves, I'd be typing for a really long time. So I'm coming out of my comfort zone and I'm doing a video. I'm super introverted, so this is a huge step for me to actually just come in here and do this video. So I wanted to start with who I am, a little bit about me. Again, my name is Sarah. I'm a mom of 3 active, busy kids. My oldest is in softball and basketball and dance and just about anything she can get involved in, she's involved in it. She's very super athletic. My middle child is 9 and he's just as athletic. He's a wrestler and a football player, and he just is constantly working and building and super creative. And my littlest one is 4, and as you can imagine, having a toddler is a whole lot of running around. So for me, this challenge group is to get healthy. That's my main goal. I want to have a healthy lifestyle so I can keep up with those kids, and that's my why. That's my big why. I want to be able to feel like not only can I keep up with them, but I'm not too tired to get down on the floor and play with them. I'm not too tired to run around and do the activities they want to do. I'm able to be fit and help support their athletic experiences, and I have the confidence in myself to be that mom that is always right there rooting them on. And that's my biggest goal. I'm also really looking forward to this group to be able to kind of have that community, that support to help keep me going. My other half is a police officer, so my anxiety levels are like way up here between running kids around and single parenting throughout the week while he's on duty and worrying about him with the way the world is today and the violence against police officers. It's hard. And I use that as an excuse sometimes. I use it as an excuse to sit on the couch because I am too anxious to do anything. And that's the big thing with this group. It's the support that I need to get up and show up every day. My program that I'm doing with this challenge is the Chisel 30-day program. It's tough. It's something that is going to challenge me. I previewed it last night for just the one workout, and I was like, wow, I have to step up. And that's what I want out of this group, is the support to keep going, to keep pushing, to better myself so that I can meet my goals. I want to be able to get healthy to a point where my eating habits change. I'm getting the nutrients that I need every day. I'm drinking the protein shakes and the Shakeology to help rebuild my muscles and keep me going. I'm working out to feel healthier. Of course, obviously I'm going to lose some weight, which who doesn't think that that's a bonus, right? But that's not my goal. It's a bonus for me. My goal is to be healthy. I have a connective tissue disease and a thyroid disease, and that makes it harder for me. So the support to keep going, even when I'm not seeing the results, is the big thing for me with these groups. And that's what I really look forward to in joining the challenge groups. And one of the biggest things for my why is to be comfortable with myself. Ever since I can remember, I've had self-esteem issues. I've had confidence issues. I've not been okay with who I am. And I want to utilize the support and the community within this group to help me to find myself and be comfortable with who I am in my body, in my skin, and just be me. And there's so many strong personalities that are in these challenge groups that it really does help to do that. So my short-term goals are just really to commit to this healthy lifestyle, to spend at least an hour a day on myself and developing myself so that I have confidence again, so that I have a good self-esteem. I don't want to skip a workout. I get to a point where I'm exhausted all the time. And sometimes it's because of the disease process. Sometimes it's just because I'm a working mom with 3 kids that run around like crazy. But I don't want to use that as an excuse anymore. I want to make sure I show up every day. I want to, spend a weekend away and learn how to relax. That's something I don't do well with my anxiety levels as high as they are. And I tend to let little things get to me all the time. I don't spend time on myself to just relax. I honestly don't even know how to relax. So that's one of my short-term goals, is to just kind of take a weekend and spend it away without adult responsibilities, just relaxing. I want to get back to some things that I used to do that I don't do anymore. For whatever reason. I used to write. I used to love to write, to research and write topics and those sort of things. And then I started blogging and I just kind of gave up on it. That's one of my biggest faults, is I tend to give up on things that I start. And I want to get back to doing those things. I want to finish what I start. That's one of my long-term goals. Finish what you start. I resolved with myself a long time ago that I don't make New Year's resolutions. So when the new year ran around this year, I made goals for myself. And they're goals that are attainable. They're not something that are like, oh, I'm going to travel the world for 30 days. Yeah, right. Well, it's a good fantasy goal. It's not something that I can do right now. Financially or responsibility-wise, I can't just up and leave kids for 30 days. So the goals that I made for myself, they're kind of like my main mission for the year. And it's my number one goal was to be more healthy. I wanted to look better, to feel better, to just have a healthy lifestyle. My second goal was to reestablish my faith. And I found that with these amazing women in this group. They have such strong faith-based relationships with each other and with God. And that's something that I really need in my life right now, I think. With all the stresses and anxieties and everything else, I need that kind of reestablishment. And I've noticed that through watching other people have that, I've kind of gained my own sense of faith back. And so this group is going to, for me, help to reestablish that as well, just because everybody has a sense of faith that they bring to it. I want to learn something new. I want to develop a new skill and develop some of my old skills. I'm an avid crafter. I'm very creative, and I kind of just gave up on it. I don't have time, is what I always told myself. But I think part of developing myself is finding that time to do things that I enjoy, which means maybe developing a new skill or taking something that I already know how to do and making it better. In the book that I'm reading right now, it's a personal development book called The Outliers. And one of the main themes in the very beginning of the book is it takes 10,000 hours of practice to successfully achieve a skill. So whether it be music or fitness goals or anything else, to really achieve satisfaction and success in that, you need to practice. That's what makes you better. And that's what I need for this goal. And I think the support of this group not only goes above fitness, while that's the main point, I think it's really about coming together as a community to support each other in everything that we do. And that's what I've seen so far in these groups. And I think that having that community is like a huge key to being able to take what your goals are and actually achieving them, because you have the support of the people behind you that are pushing you to make sure you're achieving those goals. When it comes to my why am I doing this? Again, I want to feel healthy. I want to be comfortable in my skin. I want to keep up with my kids. I want to be able to, help manage my disease processes so I'm not in so much pain with my joints and everything so often. And a lot of that is about losing weight. I have a lot of weight that sits on my joints, and in order for my joint pain to disappear, you kind of got to get rid of that weight. So being healthy is going to be a key to that. Cameo asked that we kind of talk about our week goals in terms of week 1, 2, and 3. And I thought about it a lot this morning, and I've kind of broke it down not just by week but by category. For week 1, I want to commit to a routine. That's my hardest thing, is to establish a routine and stick to it. I want to make sure that I don't miss a workout, that I show up every day, that I do it when I say I'm going to do it, instead of just saying I'm going to wake up early and then I don't, so then I have to do it later if I feel like it. I want to make sure I show up every day on time, and really work on developing myself as a person as well in that process. In week 2, I want to be able to come up with a good meal plan that works for me and stick to it. I've started meal prepping and planning ahead of time, which was hard for me because I don't like to eat the same things every day. So I've had to kind of finagle it to work for me and have variety. But then I noticed that I start to run out of ideas. So my biggest thing is to plan ahead and stick to it, and not decide, oh, we have a lunch today at work, so I'm not going to eat what I brought because that looks better. No, I'm going to stick to it. And I'm hoping that this group can help me to stick to my goals. And in week 3, I want to pay it forward. My big goal for week 3 is to support those who have been supporting me and reach out to somebody that needs support as well. I feel like by that point, by week 3, I'll be in a good enough situation where I'm starting to get into my routine where I can help somebody else. Even if it's just, hey, have you heard about this great group? Or, hey, I'm working out today. Do you want to join me? I want to be able to reach out and help somebody else help themselves. My biggest struggle and the reason I've joined this group is accountability. I am huge on giving up on things, and it's one of my biggest faults. So what I'm looking for in this group is to not give up when things get tough, when they don't go like I planned, when I'm not seeing the results I expect to see as fast as I expect to see them. This group is going to help me with that, and I know that because of the past groups that I had. You guys are so supportive with everything. The coaches are always there. They're checking in with you, and that's what I need, is the accountability to make sure that I'm staying on the track that I've set for myself and am staying motivated to get to my goals. The group will give me, again, the support I need for a better version of myself, and by surrounding myself with these groups of similar women, and even men, whoever's in this group, I'm not really sure, I haven't taken a look yet. It's going to help to build my confidence and to keep me on track. And that's a huge thing, is the community. And that's why these groups are great, is you're building a community that has the same goals, that has the same end result in mind, and you're going to get there. And that's the biggest thing for me, is having that support. And I am so excited and committed to this challenge group. And I hope that all of you have the same commitment and are ready to go. So let's get this challenge going.